Hey y'all, it's that time again. Black Friday Record Store Day 2023. This is your preview video. I'll be going through a bunch of the new stuff. We've gotten about maybe about 80% of the stuff is in. This is by Sunday evening prior, and I think there's more coming, and there are a few things that aren't going to be in this video because they're coming later, like Noah Kahan, Olivia Rodrigo. There were a couple others. Um, Sparks, Motley Crue, Beach Boys, Bo Diddley. Those things are coming kind of later, but they're on the way. So I'm just gonna show you what I have. So buckle up. I'm gonna try and get through this. And yeah, I just realized this is our 26th Record Store Day event, whether it's Black Friday or just regular kind of in this location since we've been here 10 years. So thanks for the support all this time. We really appreciate it. We keep trying to make it easy and painless as much as possible. So anyway, all right. I mean, this is sort of, you always see these things, right? Grateful Dead. This is the box set for this event. Fillmore West 1969. There's a track listing. A lot of these you could look up on the website, recordstoreday.com. There's that actual I don't know if they list. Sometimes they don't list the track listings, but and this probably listed on Grateful Dead's website too. But side one is 21 and a half minutes of Dark Star, and there is also one side that's Turn On Your Love Light, 15 and a half minutes, and there's a jam that's like 18 minutes on one side. So I think Grateful Dead fans know what they're dealing with there. I'm not going to spend too much time on these, so. Sorry, I'm just war. This is the 50th anniversary edition of The World is a Ghetto, the box set. This is sort of the making of Billboard magazine's #1 album of the year, 1973. Original LP on gold vinyl, plus 6 never before released bonus tracks from the sessions of making of the original album. War was pretty much sort of on fire at this point. So, all right. Next, Les McCann, Never a Dull Moment. These are going to skip around some. Apologize for that. Live and Swinging at the Penthouse and Village Vanguard in the 1960s. This is on that, I think it's on Resonance. Yeah, Resonance Records. They do a lot of really good jazz sets. So, Les McCann. Okay, well, can I even show this? I feel like I shouldn't be showing this so early in the Kim Patras. This is her new the album that she's releasing for this Problematique. I don't know if I can show the back either. Yeah, Kim is she's racy sometimes. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get these in order so I can. In Excess. This one looks great. In Excess, Shaboo Shabba Rarities. And this is one of their best albums, the early album. This is limited edition gold vinyl. Features tracks from the legendary performance at the 1983 US Festival. What a great performance that was. I think you can get that maybe on vinyl too, but it's a lot more expensive. This has some like B-sides and stuff like that. So, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I have to say, even to this day, it's been like 40 years. I think In Excess was one of the best live bands I ever saw out of probably 500 or more bands I've seen. And Michael Hutchence is still probably top 5 showman, whatever. Punk Goes Christmas. Boy, I am skipping around. This features Yellow Card, All Time Low, Set It Off, Newfound Glory, Somerset, August Burns Red. So get your Punk Christmas Just in time. Speaking of just in time, Justin Townes Earl. This is live at Grimey's, September 4th, 2014. Justin is no longer with us, unfortunately. Very sad early demise. And there are 8 tracks on this featuring the song Single Mothers. This is just a great singer-songwriter. And had a lot of problems. I won't get into them here. Dave Brubeck, live from the Northwest, 1959. This features Paul Desmond, Joe Morello, and Eugene Wright. Like the cover, it kind of is a little reminiscent of the Take 5 artwork. Let's see. Soundtrack to Asteroid City and the latest Wes Anderson movie. This is on a limited edition orange vinyl. Features a song from Jarvis Cocker. The only thing that really, I wouldn't say troubles me about this, but the fact that it's $50 is, hopefully it goes to the fans. Let's see, there's a Jeff Beck tribute, and this is a musical celebration of Jeff Beck featuring Imelda May, Olivia Safe, and Jimmy Hall, Rhonda Smith, and Jonathan Joseph. I'm not really sure who any of those people except for Imelda May are, but I think he played a lot with Imelda May. She was a featured vocalist on his albums. The soundtrack to Blood Simple by the Coen brothers. This is pressed on limited edition Killer Crimson marble vinyl, featuring 6 bonus tracks, the first collaboration between Carter Burwell and the Coen brothers. It's been a long time since that movie came out. All right. That's one thing I love about Record Store Day is some of the classic soundtracks and things that come out. John Lee Hooker live at the Cafe at Go-Go. This is Elemental did this. I have a feeling I feel like they're kind of shorting us on this a little bit. I sort of have a feeling that there's going to be more of this available after Record Store Day. I don't know, but I feel like Elemental is one of those labels that sometimes you'll see them later. So if you don't see it that day, don't be crushed because you might see it again. Linkin Park, Lost Demos. This, I think, is going to be pretty popular, mainly because this actually features the hit single Lost and Fighting Myself and More the Victim. Limited edition translucent sea blue vinyl. I'm not sure, has Lost been on vinyl before? I don't know if it has. And there were a lot of people that bought that box set earlier this year, or was it late last year, thinking that that was in there, and it wasn't. There's almost nothing more frustrating than buying a box set that you think is complete and then it's still missing something. They do that on purpose. It's very sneaky. The Who just did that a little bit recently too. But U2, live Under a Blood Red Sky. This was sort of a late announcement. 40th anniversary limited edition. Red vinyl pressing, includes a large 2-sided poster. This does have 8 tracks on it, by the way, so I can't remember. I think originally it might have had 6, or I feel like it was more of an EP. Another release from Elemental. This is Bill Evans' Tales, live in Copenhagen, 1964, with Chuck Israels and Larry Bunker. Elemental has done a few other releases for him. Usually they're pretty expensive. This one is a little bit more affordable. It's a lot shorter. So I don't know. I mean, I think that they're actually shorting us a little bit on this too. So it was weird this time. I guess I should kind of let you all know if you haven't been aware of this, but you know, there are three record distributors that kind of control all of the distribution for Record Store Day in the country, and that was sort of decided a couple years ago. Well, this fall, one of the distributors, the second biggest one, decided they were going to close up after 35 years. no major reason given, except I think they were just kind of tired of doing it. It was privately owned or something like that. Anyway, so now there's two. One is a massive company, and the other one is a very small company. And um, first of all, you start thinking, well, how can these two companies now handle the load of what Record Store Day is for everybody? It's very difficult, I would think. And the other thing is that allocations, there's more allocating going on. So, like, used to be like if we couldn't get something from some place, maybe someone else would have it. Those options are dwindling. Also, I mean, obviously, there we can't even really discuss pricing because I think everyone knows that pricing is a problem. But if we had a box that got lost or something like that, maybe sometimes the other distributor would have more copies left if they were out and couldn't supply them again. So there are a lot of negatives to what's happened this record store day. I'm not very happy about it myself. Just this is a personal thing. And I think as far as the store goes, I think it's a negative. So if you are here with something, your heart is set on something and you don't see it or it ran out early, I'm terribly sorry about that. We'll do our best to try and get more of them, but in some cases, I don't think we'll be able to get more. It's just part of the tough game that is whatever record store day is this time. So I know. Go figure. Let me get back to it. Ahmad Jamal, Emerald City Nights. This is never before released 1960s, recorded at the Penthouse Jazz Club in Seattle. The other ones that have come out on this jazz, Elemental put them out too, were very, very well received. So I'm sure that that's probably very well recorded. And all right, Willie Nelson, Shotgun Willie, probably one of his most famous 70s albums. And this is second includes a second LP of outtakes and alternates from the original album sessions that are available for the first time on vinyl. So yeah, that could be kind of a big thing for Willie fans. Don't sleep on that. Faces had me a real good time at the BBC in session and in concert 1971 to 73. Features some of the best Faces performances from the original masters, plus rare BBC session in stereo limited edition orange vinyl. You can see the back there. This features Had Me a Real Good Time, Love in Vain, Oh Lord, I'm Browned Off, Maybe I'm Amazed, It's All Over Now, Too Much Woman, Twisting the Night Away, and I Know I'm Losing You. Featuring Ronnie Wood, Ronnie Lane, Ian McLaughlin, Kenny Jones, and Rod Stewart. I bet that's great. Here's one that I think a lot of people are looking for: Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus. This is live at the Manchester Free Trade Hall in Manchester, England. And this is a 3 LP limited edition from the Waiting for Columbus tapes. 1977 July on the Time Loves a Hero tour. Lowell George is featured on this. I would say Waiting for Columbus is one of those albums that has had, along with Little Feat, a major resurgence in the last couple years. It's like people who were maybe always like followers of things like the Dead and maybe didn't get into Little Feat kind of discovered them. And it's just a shame, again, that Lowell George died so young. Billy Strings featuring Willie Nelson. Here I'm back to Willie Nelson. California Sober. This is a 2-track single. Whiskey Rivers on the B-side, live from Hollywood Bowl, April 2023. I mean, Billy Strings is incredibly talented. This is a Record Store Day exclusive. I don't know if it doesn't say a color. Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know, $22 for a 2-track single, but maybe they're long versions. I don't know. Back to jazz. Chet Baker, Chet's Choice. There's been so much good Chet Baker come out this year, even some of the later stuff. The features Philip Catherine, 3 tracks appearing on vinyl for the first time, 5 previously unreleased tracks. Um, yeah, I mean, even when he sort of looked gaunt and ill and whatever, he still sounded good a lot of the time. Let's see. Does this feature? This has Stella by Starlight. How Deep is the Ocean? Couple takes. My Foolish Heart. A 9-minute take of that. Philip Catherine is a guitar player. There's also some bass on here, so it's just guitar, bass, and Chet's trumpet. Doesn't say anything about vocals, so that may be an instrumental affair. Government Mule, Time of the Signs. This was the EP, I think, that came out with the CD when the new album came out recently. So there's 5 tracks on this. Exclusive limited edition, poster included. Reasonably priced. Leon Russell, Hank Wilson, Volume 2. This is Leon performing Hank Wilson. Includes a Willie Nelson duet on Wabash Cannonball on red vinyl. That looks cool. Leon's another one that, needs more respect. Skid Row. This is B-side Ourselves. Yellow and black marble vinyl. Certified gold EP. Features their versions of Little Wing, Come On and Love Me, and Psychotherapy, and more. I remember when that came out. Originally. That'll date me. Sia. Every Day is Christmas, the Snowman EP. Well, it certainly looks festive, doesn't it? 5 all-original holiday songs for the first time on vinyl. She already has a Christmas album, so maybe these were bonus tracks from the digital version, or I don't know, maybe they're new. Sia loves Christmas. Sia, maybe she should put out a new record. I don't know. Margot Price, Strings. Strays, sorry, Strings. I'm on like Billy Strings on my mind. Strays. Margot's fantastic, and this is live at Grimey's. Limited edition Sangria marble vinyl. So there's some Margot there. Okay. I think we're getting close to the end of this. It's that Cal Chater. Catch the Groove, live at the Penthouse 1963 to 67. More jazz stuff. This is first official release of previously unissued live music in nearly 20 years. They do a really nice job on those sets. Oh, this one's kind of heavy too. I think this one's going to be pretty popular for jazz people. Wes Montgomery and the Wynton Kelly Trio. Maximum Swing, the unissued 1965 half-note recordings. This is on Resonance. They're numbered. They just recently put out their half-note album, Live at the Half Note, on Verve. Did like Acoustic Sounds, did a reissue. And it was one of the biggest selling jazz reissues I've had this year. People said nothing but good things about it. So for those fans who want to go a little deeper, I think this is for you. The Doors, live in Bakersfield. Well, right up above there's another Doors live that came out this fall. But this is on orange vinyl, one of the most sought-after unreleased live shows of 1970, released for the first time. Hear Love Me 2 Times like you've never heard it before, and a 13-minute version of When the Music's Over. Numbered and limited. Ah, yes, the number is up there. Oh, okay. Gil Evans and 10. Prestige. This is a Prestige release. This is the limited mono edition, his 1957 album, lacquers cut from the original master tapes by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio, pressed on 180 gram at RTI. Kraft does really great work, and what they had the Chet Baker that came out back in on the record store day this year. Last year it was Art Pepper that they were talking about. I still have some of those Chets left from the record store day earlier this year, which surprises me because that's a really good album. But you can lead the horses to water, but you can't make them drink. The Water Boys. This is the C. This is a fast version featuring Tom Verlaine, and the B-side is The Passenger, which I am guessing is the Iggy Pop song. Yep, written by James Osterberg. So that's a 10-inch, by the way. He's a little smaller. And then really smaller, Phoenix, a single called A Winter Solstice. And there's a remix of it on the B-side. That looks kind of Christmassy, right? And then Phoenix on the back. Little picture, 45. Amy Mann, Dead Eyes is the name of the song. I'm sure it's very cheerful. From the Headgum original podcast. And the B-side is a demo version of Dead Eyes. So I think this has not appeared anywhere else on vinyl before. It's from her own record label. She just released her Christmas album on vinyl too, finally. So, and that was actually quite cheap. It's like $20. So it's not cheerful. Amy's not usually cheerful anymore. I mean, that's okay. I love Amy Mann, don't get me wrong. Buck Cherry. It doesn't sound like it, but I really do. Buck Cherry, Time Bomb. Let's see. The vinyl debut, the 2001 Walk on the Wild Side from Buck Cherry and lead singer Josh Todd. Brown with Black Bomb Blast Swirl, pressing limited to 2000. Yeah, that's sort of how I remember Buck Cherry. Let's see. Marion Brown and Leo Smith, jazz record, creative improvisation ensemble, transparent red vinyl edition, out of print for nearly 50 years, pressed at Palace in Germany, mastered by Dave Gardner. There you go. Back is sort of just a lot of writing. You probably realize that, like, I'm sounding a lot better than I did on my video just even a couple days ago. Finally, things are starting to clear out. Okay, Bottle Rockets. This is LP debut for an alt country classic. Vinyl remastering and lacquer cutting by Scott Hull at Masterdisc. Maroon vinyl pressed to 2,000 copies. Feel like you're alt country. Okay. Black Angels, and it's a live record. This is Levitation Sessions, includes a bonus live DVD, 2023 splatter vinyl double record. Black Angels are awesome, sort of like, I don't know, they're kind of like psychedelic, but alternative and still like, I don't know, they're just a lot of different things. Sometimes these bands are kind of hard to like peg into one thing, which I kind of like. I feel like there's a lot more of that going on these days than there were, say, in the 90s even. 90s were very like, you're either this or you're that or whatever. Beat Nuts. Psycho Less Fashion, and Juju. Intoxicated Demons, the EP. Red Vinyl, 30th Anniversary. Reign of the Tech and No Equal. I remember them selling quite a bit when they were out the first time, but they were kind of a group that never really hit it huge, but they have like sort of, they're kind of like legendary now. Anvil Cat from Studio 4, the Lovejoy acoustic EP, record store day, etched white vinyl. There you go, some songs there. One called Sex Cells, doesn't it? Okay. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Mindsets. This is 6 brand new originals plus live versions of each track including If You're Blue and Make the Music Go Boom. So, like, yeah, 6 new songs. That's interesting that Joan would do that for a record store day event. Because I think the last one she released a acoustic version. Judgment Night. I've had other versions of this soundtrack around, like a music on vinyl, but this is the record store day red vinyl 30th anniversary collaborations between all these people, hip hop and rock. Helmet and House of Pain, Teenage Fan Club and De La Soul, Living Color and Run DMC, Biohazard and Onyx, Slayer and Ice-T, Pearl Jam and Cypress Hill. You get the point. Sonic Youth does something with Cypress Hill too. Cypress Hill was getting around there. The Knack, live in 1980. This is called Countdown. First time on vinyl, rare live performance, live in Holland, 1980. Pink vinyl, limited to 2,500 copies. Of course, it ends with My Sharona. Probably really cool. Another band that like hit it huge, and then you were like, why couldn't they keep it going? I don't know. The 80s changed, and Amos Lee, Honeysuckle Switches. Amos is pretty famous around here. This is an exclusive Honeysuckle Swirl vinyl, and he's doing all Lucinda Williams songs, and it's like a full album because there's like 10 songs on there. I see Sweet Old World, West. Actually, there's 11 songs. Are You All Right is the first song. Maybe he was inspired by Lucinda doing, what was it, 6 cover albums a couple of years ago during the pandemic. There was the one that was a Christmas album. I just found that in the Christmas section. We still have it. Collect is great. Collective Soul, live at the print shop. This is recorded live, 180 gram hot pink vinyl, 11 live songs including Shine, The World I Know, December, and more. Includes 2 silver dollar coins as part of the silver dollar exchange. Keep one for yourself and give the other to someone else in kindness and love. So I guess if this is like a $22 record, it's really only like an $18 record because you're giving you've got $4 in here. 11 songs. I see Gel too. December is a great song. And The World I Know was very popular, like Shine wasn't. Coheed and Cambria. This is live at the Starland Ballroom. Available for the first time on Solar Flare vinyl. And this is like 10 tracks. Includes the song Devil in Jersey City. So you might want to take note, Coheed fans. This, I think, came out last record store day as a regular record. Now it's a picture disc. Eric Carr, Collector's Edition, 1 pressing worldwide, includes solo album, style poster in new colors. Well, gotta keep Eric's legacy going. Matt Cameron, Gory Scorch Cretins. Matt related to Pearl Jam stuff. Vinyl voice editions. Drummer for legendary Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, featuring special guests the Melvins. Alright. It's so hard to decide what to order and how much to order unless you guys give us some feedback, because there's really like, sometimes I just don't know. I do the best I can. Dirk Bentley, Up on the Ridge. This actually is 12 songs. Features Chris Thile and the Punch Brothers, Miranda Lambert, Jamie Johnson, Del McCurry, Chris Christopherson. So sounds like it might be a little rootsier for Dirks. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, it's really just a big guessing game for us to know how much of whatever to order sometimes, and we do the best we can. But we always seem to have a fair amount of stuff left. We do order a lot, and it's kind of like it gets a little disheartening when you see it just sitting there for months after the event, because you think like, okay, people got what they wanted, and now the store is like basically eating whatever's left, which is fine, I mean, to an extent. But don't let the stores suffer because you didn't get that one thing that you wanted. This is something oh gosh, I'm gonna get on a soapbox and preach. Sometimes it's not all about you. And I mean, I'm not saying that to the people here who are watching, because you guys are obviously like, you're committed fans and you're going to get stuff, and that's great. It's the people who are sort of like, oh, I wanted that one particular thing and it wasn't here and I didn't get it, so I just left. Like, try and find some way to support the store, even if it's like you buy the cheapest used record you can find or whatever, just because it's a lot of work for the stores. It really is. It's a big financial commitment. It's a big time and energy commitment. And we're trying to do it because we love it and we want to help you guys love it. And, if you don't get that support on the back end, stuff just kind of like festers for a long time, eating at the store's bottom line. It cuts into the money that we can use to spend to buy all the new records that you want, like Dolly Parton, or whatever. I don't know. So just keep that in mind too. I don't know. I have many pet peeves, and that is just one minor one. Well, it's a mid-range. The color field. Oh, I love the color field. This is Terry Hall, the Specials, one of his side bands that he did, and this is a very best of on blue vinyl. You can usually find their records in like used sections, but this is very nice that they do this. Castles in the Air, Thinking of You, Windmills of Your Mind. Their great version of I Can't Get Enough of You, Baby, that I would say probably inspired the Smash Mouth version. But anyway. Speaking of, I had Cypress Hill on the tongue earlier. Cypress Hill Black Sunday 2023 remixes. New remixes celebrating the 30th anniversary. Static Selecta and DJ Muggs did new remixes. Okay. Oh, Digital Underground, The Body Hat Syndrome. This is their third album, I believe. Yep, it says it right there. Features the single What's Up with the Love. Contains exclusive comic designed by the late Shock G. Digital Underground was one of those bands that should have lasted a little bit longer, I think, or should have gotten more respect for a little longer. Eric Dolphy, Iron Man. This is on Gold Nugget vinyl. It looks really cool. It's kind of got a watery effect. This is a 1968 unmistakable multi-jazz instrumentalist. That looks great. Let's see. Iron Man Mandrake, Come Sunday by Duke Ellington. Burning Spear was his track, An Ode to CP. This is on Culture Factory Records. Right. Another Justin Townes Earl, Yuma. Excuse me. This is a rare debut EP on gold vinyl. Complete lyrics, unpublished frameable photo, print from the cover sessions. Yeah. Like I said, tragic story there. Okay. Goo Goo Dolls. Pure raw punk. Goo Goo Dolls, when they started, were like much more of a punk band. And this is the 1987 first studio album, Red and Clear Cloudy Effect vinyl. This is also done by Culture Factory. Yes, that is what the Goo Goo Dolls look like. That was Johnny Resnick back then. They changed a lot. They got a lot more. Oof, I mean, not bad. Good for them. They really cashed in and got huge. Um, Chico Hamilton, the master. This is another Craft Records release, mastered by Jeff Powell at Takeout Vinyl. Not Kevin Gray. I'm sure it's great, with backing from Lowell George and Little Feat. Exclusive 50th anniversary color vinyl edition. It's on purple marble vinyl. There's Chico. Maybe Little Feat fans should take note of that. I guess it depends on how much you like Chico. Gary Hoey. This is sort of a best of Christmas. Hark, the ho ho hoey hits. This is first time ever on vinyl, Black Friday exclusive, rockin' instrumental Christmas covers. The Jesus Lizard Blue. This is their first time reissued on vinyl. Includes printed lyrics, metallic blue pressing, limited to 2,000. That's a great alternative rock band. Nas, I Am Autobiography. This is first time commercially released on vinyl, featuring Daydreamin', Stay Schemin', and Hardest Thing to Do is Stay Alive. It's a little bit into his career, I think. Yeah. I do have some Nas fans here, so Prince, get off the 12-inch. This is a recreation of the rare original 1991 one-sided 12-inch DJ promo featuring the damn near 10-minute version of what became the first hit single from Diamonds and Pearls. So I don't know, this might be in the vinyl box set, but it's cool that they did it as its own standalone 12-inch. So, that's going to be a must for some people. Okay. Ripple. This is Soul Jazz Records' seminal rare groove funk and deep soul album, originally released in 1973 on GRC Records, limited edition one-off pressing and download code. Blend of funk, soul, rock, proto-disco, and more stood them alongside groups like Funkadelic, Brass Construction, Mandrill, Pleasure, etc. Ripple. Schoolie D. Who would have thought in 2023 we'd be seeing Schoolie D on vinyl again? Limited edition color vinyl. Looks like it's some kind of an EP. There's 3 tracks on side 1. Awesome. Screaming Trees. Yeah. R.I.P. Mark Lanigan. Wrong Turn to Jahannam. Live from Egg Studio 1991. This is, I think they said they only made like 300 of these. And I have more than one. So I'm very lucky. Maybe it's 500. It was a low number. But it's 10 tracks. Live in studio. Grunge fans, take note. Tantric, their self-titled album. First time on vinyl, 2001 debut release. Orange vinyl limited to 1,500 copies. That's not very many. That album was at least gold, I think. 13th Floor Elevators. Bull of the Woods. This is their 1969 final studio album. Fuzzed out psychedelics with the electric jug. White color vinyl. Culture Factory. Ultravox Quartet. This was, I think, the third or fourth album with Midge as singer, but this is the Steven Wilson stereo mix. Half-speed mastered at Air Mastering. Includes bonus instrumental version of the album. I think the thing to note with this album, besides the fact that it does feature Visions in Blue, which is kind of like Vienna Part 2, if you know their song Vienna. But produced by George Martin, engineered by Jeff Emmerich. So it was the one time that Ultravox worked with, that I know of, that they worked with George Martin, Beatles producer and Beatles engineer. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, music by Andrew Scott Bell. This is a soundtrack to a Winnie the Pooh horror film, red and yellow split variant. Yeah. That's probably more of a niche audience thing. Written in Their Soul, the hits, the Stax singer-songwriter demos. This is kind of cool. It's on Kraft Records also. Kraft Recordings. Limited orange vinyl. Highlights from the critically acclaimed box set. Written in Their Soul, the Stax singer-songwriter demos. Featuring original demos of the hit singles 634-5789, Soulsville, USA. If You're Ready, Come Go With Me, Woman to Woman, and Respect Yourself. How cool is that? If you like old soul, yeah. Featuring Eddie Floyd, Carla Thomas, Sheila Bennett, Homer Banks. Some of the names I know, some I know less. Oh boy. Here we go. Limp Bizkit. Live at Rock im Park 2001. Prime era Limp Bizkit. Popular. Very popular at the time. Chaotic Frenzied Energy festival performance. Never released on vinyl until now. Yellow and blue marble vinyl. 2 records. There you go. This is on Culture Factory as well. Featuring a hot dog, Show Me What You Got, Break Stuff, My Generation, Master Puppets, Faith, Full Nelson, Nookie, My Way, Rollin' Air Raid Vehicle. Limp Bizkit's another band that's sort of having a resurgence. There are certain things that, I mean, like Little Feat, Limp Bizkit, I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It just happens to be whatever's going on at the time, I think. But Madlib Medicine Show, Before the Verdict featuring Guilty Simpson, Gold Vinyl 2 LP. Let's see, a lot of O.J. Simpson remixes. Before the Verdict is an action-adventure psycho thriller in the form of a full-length rap album featuring Guilty Simpson. Oh. We got a World Trade Center thing there on the back. Oh, gosh. It's even got the explosion. Well, kids need to learn about 9/11 for sure. Mamas and the Papas. Record Store Day exclusive Mamas and Papas historic 1967 Monterey International Pop Festival performance. Remastered from the original analog tape and pressed on gold vinyl. Let's see. Introduction by Paul Simon. Cass Elliot gave a speech. California Dreamin'. Monday. Dancing in the Street. In San Francisco featuring Scott McKenzie. Getting a little plugged up again. J.D. McPherson. The Warm Covers LP. This is featuring exciting and unconventional interpretations of 12 curated cover tracks. Limited edition Record Store Day, pressing on red, white, and blue splatter vinyl. Featuring Just Around the Corner, Lust for Life, Let's Rock, Manta Ray, It's Raining, Dream Baby Dream, White Light, White Heat, I Wish You Would, Steal Away, Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, Why Lady Why, and Get in My Car. JD is a great sort of singer-songwriter, rockabilly kind of dude. He's not really rockabilly, but he does have a little bit of that in them. Meat Puppets, Forbidden Places, first time reissued on vinyl. Printed inner sleeve with lyrics, Boysenberry with black swirl pressing, limited to 2000. Kind of hard to get old Meat Puppets records, I think. Charles Mingus, Incarnations. This is reincarnated as a new Mingus masterpiece. Rare and unheard tracks from the legendary 1960 sessions featuring Eric Dolphy, Booker Ervin, and Tommy Flanagan, remastered by Bernie Grundman. This is on Candid Records. They've done some good work since they came back, and I think Bernie Grundman had a lot to do with making them sound great. The Monkees. Well, you say, how many times have I bought this album? Well, it's on color vinyl. Get with the program. Yeah. This is mono. Rhino had something to do with it. Let's see. I'm going to need some water here soon. Post Malone, The Diamond Collection. This is basically a Post Malone greatest hits. Featuring White Iverson. Congratulations, I Fall Apart. Rockstar, Psycho. You get the picture. Pardon me while I take a little... I'm parched. And the heater's been running a lot because it's been so cold today. All right. Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels, The Last Roundup, live from the Bijou Cafe in Philadelphia, March 16th, 1973. Definitive 2 LP collection. Graham's complete performance in its original sequence includes versions of Sin City, Love Hurts, and Drugstore Truck Driving Man. First new Graham solo material in 40 years. Graham fans, don't pass that up. Right? My Morning Jacket, Happy Holiday. This looks really cool. Let's see. Well, they do I'll Be Home for Christmas. Please Come Home for Christmas. Limited edition, obviously. These are all limited edition. 2011's classic iTunes Christmas EP with 2 new songs pressed on vinyl for the very first time. They're one of those bands that, I don't know how much to order sometimes because people run hot and cold here with them. So, I don't know. I ordered a few. Jerry Garcia and John Kahn. This is a limited edition of 7500 on gold vinyl. This is from San Rafael, California, February 1986. Looks like about a dozen tracks. I'm getting stuffy. I was feeling so good when I started this video. Norah Jones, Playing Along. Oh, this is Nora playing with a whole bunch of other people. That sounded wrong. But playing piano for them. Oh, look at these people. Jeff Tweedy, Mavis Staples, Chris Thiele, Valerie June, Logic, Brian Blade, Lucas Nelson, Bedouine. It's kind of cool. It's like from her, does she have like a podcast or something, I guess? Flaming Lips, Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, live at the Paradise Lounge, Boston, 2002. This is live on the radio. Song intros by Wayne Coyne, first time on vinyl, limited edition pink vinyl. There was another live Yoshimi record that just came out. Although that might have more than just Yoshimi. I think these are all Yoshimi tracks and introductions, and it looks a little shorter. Let's see. Love Yoshimi. Los Lobos. Kiko. This is cool. This is, limited edition. 3 LP edition. Original album expanded for improved fidelity. Includes a bonus disc of unreleased demos. Wow. Kiko's a great album. One of their best. Oscar Peterson, Ray Brown, and Ed Thigpen, Con Alma, Oscar Peterson Trio, live in Lugano, 1964. All of a sudden, we're back in the 1800s. Let's see. Waltz for Debbie starts this with kind of a Bill Evans tribute. 1964. And there's a lot more sort of like sharing of music back in that day when, someone had a good tune and then everybody sort of wanted to kind of play their own version of it. Now it's sort of like maybe we're getting a little of that again, but I don't know. English Beat. I Just Can't Stop It. I just can't. Birmingham Band's thrilling debut expanded original album plus bonus LP with alternate mixes and live tracks on limited edition clear vinyl. That's cool. Includes the original single version of Tears of a Clown, the extended Hands Off She's Mine, a couple of dub and extended tracks, live Mirror in the Bathroom. As the final side is all live stuff. That's cool. Oh, Joni Mitchell, the Court and Spark demos. Wow. I think that like this is an album that I would really be curious. I guess the box set's already out, but I'd really be curious to hear some of these demos because the album is sort of produced in a way, and it'd be interesting to hear what they kind of started. Like, there's a piano suite at the beginning of this, 12 minutes long, that features Down to You, Court and Spark, Car on a Hill, and then returns to Down to You. And the side 2 has Help Me and Raised on Robbery. So there's like, 8 or 9 tracks there. Okay. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. What the hell happened to Blood, Sweat, and Tears? I don't know. 1970 live recordings from the acclaimed documentary featuring Spinning Wheel and When I Die and You've Made Me So Very Happy. These guys were so popular. I remember like them and Three Dog Night. I remember hearing so much on the radio when I was like a very little kid. And then they just kind of went poof. Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. And Shiny Beast, Bat Chain Puller. Yeah, well, Captain Beefheart is always unique. 45th Anniversary 2LP Limited Edition. Includes original analog album cut directly from the master tape, plus previously unreleased demos, outtakes, rough mixes, and instrumentals from the Shiny Beast sessions. I think last time they put Clear Spot out, and it did okay. It was a little pricey. Jazz Dispensary at the Movies. So this is... I find this controversial because this is a Jazz Dispensary title, and they always do cool pressings, pressed on Purple Haze vinyl, but this is not really what I consider jazz. I mean, maybe it's got jazz elements in it, but Melvin Van Peebles, Isaac Hayes, Booker T and the MGs, the Blackbirds, Charles Erland. It's more like soul funk a little bit, but anyway, because I feel like the Jazz Dispensary people, they want jazz or they want something like, deeper into jazz, but whatever. They're going to do what they do. Jerry Garcia and David Grisman, So What? So What? The 25th Anniversary 2LP, first ever vinyl pressing, featuring bonus tracks Grateful Dog and Dog's Waltz. Includes original artwork by Jerry Garcia. I didn't know that. That's a cool painting. It's like sort of like a skyline kind of thing. You go, Jerry. Jonas Brothers, like he needs that from me. Jonas Brothers, family business. And this is basically a greatest hits album. It also features the track, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 tracks, from DNCE, I guess Dance, and solo work by Nick Jonas. So it's kind of a a mixture of the two. It does have Cake by the Ocean on it, which, I mean, I don't know if I'd consider that a Jonas Brothers song, but considering they were kind of like splintered sort of at the time. Let's see. A Cody Soul Sounds and Adrian Casada. And this is El Nino y El Sol. Adrian is a member of Black Pumas, and Martin Perna is from Antibalas. 20th anniversary of the re-release of the Lost Classic. Red, yellow, and green vinyl. Is it really a 20th anniversary? I feel like they're pulling my leg, but Adrian Casada, I mean, Black Pumas they're fantastic. It does say original motion picture soundtrack, so I don't know, but the cover kind of looks almost like this looks like something from like I can't remember what jazz album came out recently that had this sort of design, and this sort of looks like something from a Neil Diamond cover. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's good, whatever it is, because Black Pumas are great. Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special, featuring music from Kevin Bacon and Old 97s on clear vinyl with green and red splatter. Yeah, so I don't know why this is called Guardians of the Galaxy, except it says it's a Marvel Studios James Gunn special. And, I mean, obviously, we get characters from Guardians on the cover. Mantis. Music by John Murphy. Oh, well, John Murphy's collaborating with Kevin Bacon. There you go. Helps to read. I'm getting punchy. It's almost an hour. Czarface. Czarface stole the ball. Czarface Intelligence. Sort of like... Wu-Tang, RZA sort of connected. Variant cover art by L'Amour Supreme. 2 bonus tracks on vinyl for RSD, pressed on Zarberry orange vinyl. We're getting close to the end here, folks. Rilo Kiley, Under the Black Light. Well, if you don't know Jenny Lewis was in this band, I'm here to tell you Jenny Lewis was in this band. This was their last record, and it was sort of their equivalent of Rumors. I mean, it almost had a Fleetwood Mac-y vibe to the sound at times. Really good album. 1 LP, translucent purple vinyl, features Silver Lining, The Moneymaker, and more. Well, The Moneymaker was I don't know. It's okay. But I like the rest of the album a lot. Lacquer's cut at Bernie Grundman mastering. I could see some people really wanting this. It's good stuff. I don't have to tell you that. I'm confident in my belief. Sweet. Level-headed alternate mixes and demos. Let's see. Exclusive, never released alternate mixes and demos from the original release. Blue vinyl, limited 2,500. I'll just make up a number. 2,500. Let's see. There's a Brian Connolly interview at the beginning, and then Dream On, No Strings. I don't know, you get the picture. Sweet fans will know what that is. Kicks. Oh, here we are with another color vinyl sticker. Thank you. It's like what they did with the Monkees one. It just says color vinyl. How am I supposed to know what that means? But it's the band Kicks. And this is their album starting with Burning Love and Cool Kids. The album is called Cool Kids. I think it was kind of a hit. X. Ain't Love Grand. This is a sort of a controversial X album, I think, but it's one that's hard to find. Features Burning House of Love and Love Shack. I don't remember if it's the same Love Shack or not. I don't think it is, because that came later. Let's see. Mike James Kirkland, Hang On In There. This is for fans of Marvin Gaye, Mike and the Sensations, Curtis Mayfield, Bobby Womack, etc. Sort of an old R&B reissue on Love and Hate Records. And Rostrum 20. And this is collection for Rostrum Records 20th anniversary. The thing of note here, I think the big thing other than Wiz Khalifa is Mac Miller. There is at least one Mac Miller, maybe two. I see 2 tracks, 3 tracks, 4. There are a few Mac Miller things on here, so that might be of note if people are paying attention. I didn't get a lot of these, so just letting you know. Don't be sad if you didn't get one, but there's more than one. So, all right. Hey, folks. An hour. Just like I said, it'd probably be about an hour. Thank you so much for joining me. I got through it without my voice cracking too much. My sinuses are a little clogged, but I'm actually feeling a lot better, as you can tell. I think I'm a little more animated today. So, all right. Well, there's your preview. We open Friday, the 24th November, the day after Thanksgiving. Don't eat so much turkey that you sleep through 8 a.m. on Friday. That's what we always do here. Line usually, Black Friday is sort of like, you might see 30, 40 people out there. It's not like massive like the one in April where there's over 100 people easily, maybe a couple hundred. So there was this year. But anyway, and yeah, we usually have a lot. It's very orderly. Everyone kind of gets their turn to look, and there's one line. It's not like everybody just descends or anything like that. So anyway, if you haven't done one before, maybe this would be a good one to do, because I think it's going to be a little low key. And I don't mean like a Marvel character. I mean low key. And I think it's going to be fairly like, not crazy, like April or something like that. So if you just want to see like how it goes, certain things are unfortunately allocated or limited. So depending on how badly you want it, it's sort of like first come, first get. So the earlier you get here, the better chance you have of getting that. We've not really had too many people here when we leave the night before for Black Friday, because that would be 2 days before, because we're closed on Thanksgiving, like all good people should be. Well, I mean, unless you have to be open, obviously. But yeah, it's not like record store day where people are waiting like when we leave the night before. Usually it's not quite that intense. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Peace to you all. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll hope to see some or most of you Friday. And if you don't come at 8 a.m., there's gonna be stuff here all day, so I wouldn't be too like broken up if you're like, oh, I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'll go later in the day, if there's gonna be anything left. How busy will they be? I mean, we might be sort of busy, but it's never like, it's not like a feeding frenzy, you know. It really isn't. Later, like once sort of like the morning rush is sort of over, it's a pretty just steady busy day. So it's not like record store day April. I'm not trying to scare people away from that, but that is definitely like a more of a commitment kind of thing. So, all right. I hope I've just kind of clarified that for people, because I do have people that ask from time to time. Okay, now I'm rambling. Take care. Peace. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you Friday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving feast. I'm not the biggest turkey fan. I'd rather be having Mexican. All right. See you guys.